can I do for you? You know where to find me. How goes it, friend? Certainly. What's to say? I spent years trying to survive. Lost folks I love. Found new folks to care for. The same tale you're likely to hear from anyone else. This town, though. This town's a boon. Commander Ford's dream child. Ellen Ford, that is. She's been building this place ever since the root started dying out 20 years ago. A beacon of hope, she called it. It's just a town to some folk. But a few of us see it like, your cat. She passed on a while back. But she's still alive all around you. In the folks whose lives she's touched. Even in the bones of this town. And then there's her grandfather. That old man's gonna outlive the Earth itself. She did. Saved my life. Me and my partner, Jed. And, well, then again after Jed died. She gave me a family. Folks to live for. Did that for a... When you meet Founder Ford, you'll know. Years don't have the usual hold on some folk around here. But Ford, he's playing with another set of rules entirely. Started in that rusty bunker over there. Ward 13. Only a few of us back then. Hunkered in the dark while the Deadwood had their way up top. Until a wanderer, not unlike yourself, came and changed everything. Wish I could give you a straight answer, friend. The storm itself spat them on our doorstep half dead. We brought them back to life, though, and before I knew it, they were asking me to work on the daftest equipment you ever saw. Never told me where they got it from or what they did with it. But I know this. It was them what set the root to rights. No doubt in my mind. Oh, you'll see the others around. My, bilious colleague there, McCabe, old Reggie, our resident storyteller, and Bo, of course. He was just knee-high to a nightingale when Ellen took him in. But look at the boy now, eh? All right. You know where to find me.
What is it now? What you got? Okay, we're done.
What can I do for you? Be safe out there.
You, again. Of course you do. Hard. Root everywhere. We did our best. Took in strays and tried to make a life of it. But it was no life worth living. Good people died. Few of us were brave or desperate enough to leave the bunker. The Wanderer, Ace. Ask Bo about the one time he went out. He came running back like a spooked cat. The Wanderer. They were a very rare pain in my ass. I never told them that. Wish I would've. They were here and then gone. Just blew in, stopped a global infestation, and then poof, they left. I should have thanked them when I had a chance. Just an old friend. No, I used to be a real asshole. Now I'm a beacon of kindness. Founder Ford got a bug up his ass about something happening back at Ward Prime. Bo was supposed to take the Wanderer back there, but he chickened out and ran home the first chance he got. The chronicles of our fearless leader. Good. Yeah.
Hey there, traveler. Yeah, good. Let me know when you know something. Alright? Any way I can help? Well, alright. Hey, let me know as soon as you find Clem, okay?
Hope you ain't causing trouble, stranger. Won't work for me. All right. What do you want to know? I guess I set myself up for that one. I told you the mud dogs didn't take hell from no one. And weren't anyone stood up to us without getting knocked down. Save one. This mudder walks into my court, confident as a wolf in a rabbit trap. I'm thinking, this'll be a fight to remember, eh? At best. Then, I noticed something the mudder's got on him. It's a watch, what belonged to my old man. I figure he finally tripped the branches and I'm about to wring this wanderer's neck myself. But then, the wanderer says the old man gave it to him. That caught me. The old man wouldn't give up that watch to no one but family. And he never gave it to me. I let the wanderer go. After taking the watch, of course. But I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I hear. Changed the world a few times over, that one. Sometime later, I got the nerve to see the old man myself. He surprised me. Wasn't pissed or patronizing, just sat me down and started telling stories like we'd been chatting every day. He didn't say nothing about the watch when I told him. Just glad it had a home. Tell you what, I think he wanted me to take it, the old bastard. Anyway, we talked a lot after that, and when word got out that folks here at the ward were starting something new, well, the old man and I both knew what needed doing. I told the mud dogs they were free to do as they liked. We weren't a pack no more, and the old man and I set up shop here. Kinda boring to tell you the truth, but better than a bullet hole, I guess. Don't know what else I can tell you, save the stories folks around here like to spin. The way they tell it, that wanderer walked through crystals to other worlds until one day they slammed the door on the Deadwood altogether and saved the world. Yeah, they all sound just like my old man with these stories. Who says they have? Deadwood is still here, ain't they? Maybe the bulk of them have just moved on or something. I don't know. I ain't complaining, mind you. There's definitely something different about this place. Oh, that old mudder. People call him Mudtooth. He's set up over yonder, and he's more than happy to tell you about himself. And then some. You wouldn't know it to look at him, but he was the leader of the Mud Dogs before I took him over. They'd got soft, see? Couldn't hack it in a dog-eat-dog world. Of course, that ain't the way he tells it. We still don't see eye to eye on which of us was right. Disagree to agree, I guess. Well, the Mud Dogs ran for years. Started out with my old man in a place called Sanctuary, and eventually came out here. We set ourselves up in a place folks started calling Cutthroat Channel. Nobody came in or out without our say-so, not even Deadwood. Yeah, I got a story or two from the glory days. I ain't my old man. He'll talk your ear off and then use it as a chew toy. But at least I'll tell you the truth. It was a bad winter. Real bad. Even the Deadwood wouldn't go out in it. But they didn't need to. Goddamn Earth was killing us all on its own. There was nothing to eat, and I mean nothing. Mud Dogs, we'd raid and steal, but there weren't no one to raid from. We'd threaten people's lives, and they'd laugh like it was a gift. Weren't surprising then when the dogs turned on each other. Started with one fool called Beers. He accused me of hoarding, so I punched him. Soon the whole gang was fighting. It was chaos. Bleeding and shouting and cussing. Finally, I cracked Beers on the skull, and he don't get up. Quiet, I shout. And when I got their attention, I say, plenty to eat now. There's over 100 pounds of meat on your average human stranger. When it like that, I'd be stupid to pass it up. What? You think dog-eat-dog was some kind of metaphor? That's so. Well, back in the day, whenever a group of folks came traipsing into the Mud Dog's den, you'd give them a choice. Kill each other, or get killed. I told them we was weeding out the weak. But that wasn't the real reason. That particular tradition started the day Chavez and his gang rolled in and said they wanted to join forces. Not on my word, no. There was only 3 of them, all torn up like they'd try to steal fish from a bear. The rest of Chavez's gang had been chewed up by Deadwood, he said. That seemed legit to me. I was just about to let him join when Chavez's deputy, a woman with the unlikely name Sunny, turns on the other 2 and starts slicing them up. Well, me and the boys start taking bets. It was the most fun we'd had in months. After the other 2 fell, Sonny says Chavez was planning on killing me in my sleep, taking the gang. Ever since, folks come looking to join up. We had them fight each other first. Yeah, it weeds out the weak, yeah. But also makes sure nobody's stupid enough to try a coup. That's so. Well, there's one of my old man's tales that is true. He used to live in this old chopper. Made a good sniper's nest, letting him pop off Deadwood one at a time. I kept him off for a while, but the Mud Dogs got wind they were mustering something big. I weren't about to let the old man kick it, so we set a trap up for their trap. Problem was, they moved faster than we thought. We had explosives set around for most of the area, but the Deadwood came too soon. We hadn't set the detonators yet. The old man, though, he wakes in the crack of night, howling, popping off shot after shot at the root. Well, one of his shots must have hit our explosives, because suddenly, the whole street goes up in flames. My dogs got lucky. Only a couple were close enough to get singed. But the root got blown all to hell. To this day, my old man thinks he killed 300 of them, all by himself. So here's the thing. Every shot my old man took, and he must have killed dozens of Deadwood before it was over, was dead on. The only shot he missed was the one that blew the trap. So you tell me, who really killed all those Root? You ever hear of the Root Mother? She's one of them weirdos even the Deadwood left alone. Folks used to see her for advice. Crazy folks, desperate. My mud dog's caught one of these crazies. As he begs for his life, he tells us some secret the Root Mother told him. A place in the sewer, good to hole up against Deadwood. Dumb bastard. We killed him anyway, of course. He had food. But one of my boys convinced me to check out his story. That's how we found Cutthroat Channel. Once the Deadwood cleared out, it wasn't so hard to keep it clear. Stayed there for years. So the dumb bastard was right. Ha! You sound like the loonies here in town. Root crazies don't know me from a jar of dirt. We just made our own luck, was all. Well, I suppose I got one more left in me. All right. First, let me ask you something. Your family's starving. Has been for days, and there's no food nowhere, except for a bunker, where a bunch of survivors are holed up. What do you do? You're thinking like a mud dog. Problem was, there was 4 of them for every one of us. All of them packing. I said to my dogs, what's the one thing this world's got no end of? More than guns or food or mudders what got more than enough of both? Deadwood, I said. See, the Root don't care about food or guns. All you gotta do is break a bunker open. The Root'll clean out the nest and leave you the... That's the world it was, stranger. Dog eat dog. Because, traveler, I'm reformed. Yeah, my old man spins yarns. I'm just telling you what happened. All right, then. Keep your gun loaded and your wits about you, stranger.
The sun shines, the pestilence grows, and the Dwell has gems for sale. Of course, Paxeltech. All roads lead to Dwell. Greetings. Come for more gems? Of course. Ah, yes. Of course, Paxeltech. Farewell.
Have you met Susan? Oh, trust you. You know if you met her.
Hey again. I hope his stories you want, 'cause I got plenty. Oh, careful now. My answers are known to lead to more questions. Stop me if I told you this one already. I ever tell you about the Shrouded King? No, it ain't a book. It's real, I tell you. Real as every damn story I know. He's the king of another world, see? And his world was overrun by the Root, just like ours. Or at least it was gonna be. The Shrouded King, he got his people together to draw as much power as he could from his own ding-dang-dingity son. Used it to make himself a weapon. Soon as the Root showed up, he fired the damn thing. Now the king, he knew what was about to happen, but he didn't tell nobody. That weapon weren't just gonna scorch the Root. No, It scorched the whole dim darn dingity world. Burned the deadwood to hell out of there. Killed half his kingdom and twisted the other half into something unrecognizable. And that's why he wears a shroud, see? Because he done twisted himself in the process. But he don't want no one to see the mangledy bits of his face parts. Don't think I told you this one yet. You ever wonder what the world was like before the Deadwood came? Well, pull up a chair, young'un. The world was filled with people. I'm talking millions, maybe even bazillions. Why, you couldn't sneeze without snotting someone in the face. Now, these folks weren't like us nowadays. They had so much food that they would eat for fun. They'd get together to eat the extra meat. They had spare ribs, called it a barbecue. They were immune to all kinds of diseases. And every one of them, every one, had a puppy. Huh. And that there world was run by, let's see here, hey, watch it! So, now, and the world was run by, let's see here, what was it now? Presidentures, yeah, that's it. On account of the ceremonial wooden teeth. Whole damn world was ruled by the presidentures of the United States, yes, sir. It was a better time then. Folks resolved their differences by coming together, listening to each other's problems and trying to solve them together. Oh, I guess that's what young Bo's trying to do with this place, ain't he? He ain't done half bad so far, neither. I reckon you gotta go through the bad to get to the good again. It's always there waiting if you just keep on looking. You'll like this one. You met my boy Brabus yet? He's a handful, that one. Always has been. Got into a scrap when he was 5, he did. Knocked down a boy had to be, twice his age. And 3 to 6 times his height, at least. Well, that boy's pa didn't take it none too well. And this pa, phew, like a pair of fists with leg bones. That boy's pa wanted to take some skin out of me for it. Now, I ain't proud of what I did next, but, oh, who am I kidding? I wouldn't be telling you if I weren't proud, now would I? But, like I taught Brabus, say as I do as I say. And anyways, I couldn't back down from a fight, not in front of the crazy 8. Come to think of it, that's probably how Brabus got the way he is. Anyway, I fight the man. He could have crushed my head between market and roast beef, but I aimed to win, not fight fair. I pointed at nothing at all behind him, then smooshed a scoop of mud straight into his mouth. Then, while he was a-spitting and a-sputtering, I hit him hard. So hard that when he fell, my muddy hand came away with 3 of his teeth in it. And that, friend, is the true story of how I got the name Mudtooth. Don't think I told you this one yet. Did I tell you I once sailed across that ocean to that old rusted tower? It was after that wanderer came through here and cleared out the storm. Old Mudtooth's crazy, you know, but I ain't stupid. I tell you, I saw things down there that you ain't never seen in your life. Down there in that rusted place was just machinery and roots twisting every which way, like the root themselves had built it. But they didn't. No, that old place was called Ward 10 and 7. You can see it plastered all over, and it was built by humans. By the folks Ford himself used to serve, if you can believe that. Oh, he'll deny it, I'm sure. But all them electronicals they got down there are the same damn things you'll find in old Ward 10 and 3. And that place, I know he found it. He's the founder, after all. What were they up to down there? Now, that's the question. I heard some answers myself, but I don't know if I believe them. There's a story for another time. You'll like this one. So this wanderer comes up to visit me at my heliocopter, right? They're decked out with guns, but they walk up and ask for stew and a story. I'm thinking they'll get tired, wander off, and take my story somewhere else like all the rest. But they don't. They listen to all of it. And I think to myself, this mutter actually wants to hear these. Huh. And it reminds me of... I'm telling you, that weren't no horse. Huh? Oh, right. Anyways, and I think to myself, this mutter actually wants to hear these. Reminds me of my ma, tell you the truth, the way I'd listen to her, and the way my boy Brabus used to listen to me. Before he turned away, that wanderer reminded me of family. And that's the most important thing, ain't it? So I figure I ain't left long for this world. So I give 'em my wife's old watch in thanks. Ain't too long after that, my boy Brabus comes back in person, first time in years, with a watch chain peeking out his pocket. I knew a good thing when I saw it. I didn't say nothing. Just welcomed the boy back like nothing had changed. Family's the most important thing we got in this world, young'un. Don't forget that. Would you believe old Mudtooth is out of tails? Well, don't, 'cause it ain't. But I could use some time to simmer before telling the next one. Come back later, yeah? Stew is looking good. And smelling even better. Be sure to come back for some stew.
Good to see you, friend. Where would you like to start? Old as teeth, friend. Old as teeth. Everything we know comes from Founder Ford. That title don't come from nowhere. He was there at the start. When the world ended, about 120 years ago, give or take a decade, Ford and some survivors took shelter in old Ward 13 over there. I don't know how many wards there were, but they were all part of something called the Dreamer Project that went bad. Real bad. There are rumors. Some say he made a deal with the Root, and that's why it's so hell-bent on stopping him. Some say he was experimented on in the Dreamer Project. Some say he found some kind of magic out there in the years when he was traveling the worlds. Truth is, nobody knows. Maybe not even Ford himself. Personally, I think Ford's just tough as dirt and refuses to die. Ford and Clementine are the only ones what really know, and they don't like to talk about it. But old Reggie's got a gift for collecting stories, and I've gleaned a few things. At the wards, see, they connected people to machines that made them dream about other worlds. But these worlds were real, and the dreamers were seeing through the eyes of someone that lived there. Sounds like a bridge too far, don't it? It did for me, too. At least until I met Clementine. The story's pretty long, friend. Let me know if you get tired of the telling. After the world fell, see, Founder Ford carried the whole burden of what happened on his shoulders. Tell the truth, I don't think he ever put that burden down. But let's see, where were we? Ah, yes. Founder Ford carried a heavy burden in those earlier days. Probably still does. But what could he do? At first, nothing. He pressed on with the work of helping others survive. If you ask me, that was the best thing he could have done. and it never should have stopped. Maybe he wouldn't have if Evelyn hadn't. See, Evelyn was his wife, and she was something special. She could, hear the root, see what they saw. At first, she thought she was going insane. But then she started using it, spying on the dead wood. And she saw something coming. Something big. She saw a monster, something the ward, the whole city couldn't handle. And only one way out. She communed with the root, I guess you'd call it. Melded her mind to theirs and drove the monster off. But the root swallowed her, body and mind, until there was nothing left of Evelyn Ford. Her husband lost it then. He left the ward for months, sometimes years at a time, wandering the worlds trying to find something, anything that could stop the root. And one day he just didn't come back. Well, now my story's not through yet. The Fords, they had a daughter, Nadine. She was maybe 17 when her mother disappeared. Too young to run the ward, but when her pa was gone, folks would ask her their questions instead. Then one day, she was just in charge of everything. Nadine had her own daughter, Ellen, who really made us who we are today. Commander Ellen Ford inherited her mother's pragmatism, her grandfather's doggedness, and her grandmother's willingness to make hard choices. So whenever someone showed up, dehydrated, starving, half mad from loss, she took him in, taught him a trade in medicine and supplies, gave him a family. So you were paying attention. I owe a lot to Ellen Ford, and we all do. And I miss her something fierce, let me tell you. She was one of the dreamers, if you can believe it. The only one still alive, as far as I can tell. She says she got sucked out somehow, dragged into her dream world before the root came to Earth. I don't understand it much. I reckon she don't either. But she found herself in a place called Reesum, a world covered in snow and inhabited by giant intelligent rats. Don't know how she survived, but I imagine it has to do with those powers of hers. Hey, that's the story I still haven't gotten out of her. Sure is, but power like that don't come without a cost. I can only imagine what it must take out of her to control a power like that. Oh, about 20-odd years ago, we had almost nothing left. Trapped in Ward 13 with nowhere to go and the root getting worse all around us. Then this stranger wanders in out of the storm, makes friends, picks up some gear, and damned if they don't take the fight to the root. I still don't know if that wanderer was crazy or brave or both, but they did it. They beat the root, and things got better day by day. Once it seemed safe to live outside again, Commander Ford made plans to build this town here. She was a force, that woman. Founder Ford came back once. Did I mention that? Almost 60 years ago, right after his daughter Ellen's mother passed away. Ellen couldn't have been more than 18 at the time, but she told him the war didn't need him. Didn't have room for some legend who was just as likely to leave as to lead. I reckon Founder Ford saw the wisdom of that, because a while later, he left again and didn't return for a long time. When he finally did, he wasn't leading us no more. He was content to leave the ward in better hands. Ellen's hands. Well, she fell sick some time ago. Most of us have lost folks without any chance to say goodbye. But we got that with Ellen. Why, she even made things right with her grandfather before the end, or so I hear. The two of them together put Bo in charge of the ward. No one was more surprised about that than Bo. But you know what? He's the right man for the job. Ain't no one loves the ward, loves these people more than the kid who was raised by him. He's gonna do all right. The Wanderer was on a mission from the start. Said something about getting to the tower on the old atoll out there. Sounded crazy the first time I heard it. But turns out, that tower was one of the old wards. The Wanderer's path wasn't easy, though. our wanderer had to track down Founder Ford just to find a way in. And that meant following his trail. Just you wait, I'm getting to that. Well, Ford had seemed to have gotten himself mixed up in another world's affairs, helping a rebellion out here, and he was imprisoned for it. Now, no one here knew that, but the Root Mother knew. And that's who our wanderer left to see. The Root Mother's got a story all her own, and I don't know half of it. Before she was the Root Mother, she was Evelyn Ford. That's right, the Founder's wife. Bound herself to the Root, she did, and it changed her. Turned her into something else. But when the Wanderer showed up, she pulled herself out. The Root Mother, or whatever she called herself after that, sent our Wanderer down a trail of sorrow, at the end of which was the Founder himself. The Wanderer freed him, and used his knowledge to get into the tower, and destroy the last Dreamer. Or what we thought was the last Dreamer anyway. It did weaken the Root for a time. But I guess that weren't the whole story. So, the Dreamer was dead. The storm subsided. But the Root, they were still around. Then Founder Ford tells us about the oldest ward, the first one, where the Dreamer Project began. He hoped there might be some clue there as to why the Deadwood was still coming to our world. So our Wanderer goes a-hunting. Oh, they found more than even old Ford bargained for. You ain't wrong. Place was full of doors, and I'm not talking about the quiet humankind. One of these doors led to the world of Reesum, where the Wanderer found Clementine. Clementine opened a door what nobody else could have opened. And inside? I hate to admit it, but I don't know what they found inside. All I know is the Root stopped coming when the Wanderer and Clementine were through. They'd done it. Saved the whole damn world. Just making sense of things. Stories make us who we are. If we don't share them, don't learn from them, we're just bouncing around in the dark. Keep your wits about you.
I don't trust no one without reason. And you? You ain't giving me one yet.
Audrey, I've been meaning to tell you something.
You sounded so much like Brad just now. Sorry. What did you want to say?
Oh, I saw a bird this morning.
Back again, traveler? Well, all right. Huh. Tons. The old humans knew a lot about the human body, it turns out. Did you know they used to be able to, to think of all the folk... Oh, there was most of the stuff, but they don't. That's why so many folk... All right. I'll be here if you need fixing.
Don't suppose you've seen Clementine yet, have you? Sure. What do you need? Well, all right. Have you met Dwell yet? That's a no. He calls them... But the crystals he sells are like... Okay. Need anything else? Come back if you need anything. get some.
Over there, go!
Holy hell.
Together, Dran! You leave here in peace. Trespassers here! Did I see that?
No.
She was the only one who understood.
hell happened here?
Kill him!
The flame comes for all.
That's it. For now. That's a lot of clocks. Here they come. Holy hell. Holy hell. Well, at least that's over. Shit! Glad that's over. Great. More bad news. Whew. Glad that's over. Okay, this is it. Damn. Is it over? McCabe might know what to do with this. Yay, you're back. All right then. We're finished here. Looking good. Okay. All right, let's do this. Bag's full. That was rough. Well, no more room.
teach you.
Okay, this is it. Okay. That's it. For now. Okay. Good. No room for that. Damn. Is it over? Alright, let's do this. Whoa, that's it. That's ominous. Okay, this is it. That was rough. Here we go. Whoa. Glad that's over. Okay, this is it. Well, at least that's over. Whoa, it's over.
You pay for blood!
Here they come. Yeah. Oh. Come on!
Awesome! Let's eat.
Come on. This ain't looking good. Glad that's over. Won't fit. Here they come. Here they come. Holy shit. Here they come. Oh, it's over. Okay, this is it. Damn it! That was rough. Here we go. That's it. For now.
What a curious petitioner you are. Not of the Fae, nor of the denizens of this new world.
Send it away, then. Fae law is not for foreigners.
On the contrary, Oneril. Though its rules differ for Fae and non, Fae law applies to all within the One True King's domain. Come, petitioner. Step up to the podium. Hail, stranger. I am Savan, Speaker of the One True King's Council. State your nature and business for the record, please.
Your nature, yes. What are you exactly? You're not one of the... well, what do they call themselves? The Dran, are you? Neither Fae nor Dran. How very curious. Tell us more about this Earth.
Oh, Niall, you waste our time. The Fae have more imperative matters that require our attention.
Oneril speaks true. Please, petitioner, briefly state your business before the council.
Your friend is here. Now? Oh, how distressing. Perhaps we can help you find them.
Perhaps not. Or have you forgotten the rather large problem yet undealt with, starting with what lies beyond this very door?
I had not forgotten Oneril, but as we are at a standstill, I thought to turn our attention to something more refreshing for the time being.
Sadly, our resources must be devoted to the troubles at hand, Niall. Petitioner, we will not help you at this time. Good day.
You have wasted quite enough of our time, foreigner. The Fae have far more important concerns than you before us.
Hold a moment, Oneril. Perhaps this stranger could be of use to us. The Fae presently live in fear and uncertainty, stranger. The One True King has been usurped by an impostor, aided by one of those seated before you. But we know not which. As an independent party, you might find clarity where we have failed. Will you help us?
That is wise. You are under no commitment unless and until you choose to make an accusation. That said, should you come across sufficient evidence, you are permitted, within certain conditions, to accuse one of those seated here, and this body will consider the accusation.
A great tragedy, stranger. For eons, the Fae and this council have faithfully served the One True King. But alas, his rule has been curtailed.
The impostor, Phelan or Pherin or whatever they call themselves now, placed the king in an eternal slumber from which he cannot be woken.
The king was attacked in his own chambers, behind this very door. The impostor could not have entered without aid from a member of this council.
But, of course, we all have our alibis, as you can imagine. None of us were here. This has been proven many times.
If you can find any evidence tying one of us to this tragedy or to the impostor, then Fae justice might be done.
It won't be enough, Savan. The impostor still sits upon the throne.
Yet, it will be a step, and a necessary one toward restoring order among the Fae.
We do not. This farce does nothing.
Peace, Oneril. The law is clear on this point, as you well know.
I will answer your question, stranger. With a traitor among us, trust has shattered. If any of us were to produce evidence at this stage, it would be suspect by all.
And rightly so. Either of you would love any excuse to remove me from the council.
And you do not wish to hold half the council's power yourself, Oneril? You cannot pretend it isn't true.
Regardless, stranger, you are not from this world, either of these worlds. So, any evidence you bring would be free from the suspicions which we have cast upon ourselves.
Precisely my point. This foreigner may have any number of reasons for accusing any one of us.
Which is why, if and when evidence is produced, we alone will pronounce the final judgment.
And if that evidence has been falsified, tainted, how do I know one of you has not paid this interloper to act on your behalf?
Onariel, only you assume that everyone is as unscrupulous as yourself. Not everyone seeks power at any cost.
Very well. I will judge it when I see it. I trust no one, but I trust the two of you less than this foreigner.
We now know that the imposter approached each one of us at some point, whispering promises of freedom and power, trying to poison our minds against the one true king.
He only said what we wanted to hear. Pity one of us listened.
Can you blame them, though? The imposter called out important truths.
Is that an admission of guilt, Nael?
If you would allow me to finish. I was saying he called out important truths that we must take to heart, despite the poison that obviously accompanied them. We would do well to address the flaws raised by the imposter. And I find it difficult to cast blame on any who thought there might be a smoother path towards doing so.
And yet that path has led to ruin. We have merely exchanged one tyrant for another.
Indeed, but our feelings on the outcome are irrelevant. This council must be absolved of guilt if we are ever to restore order to the Fae.
They are a monster. They care nothing for the welfare of the Fae.
Nor those of us who serve the Fae.
Nor for the law. On this we all agree. The imposter's plan should never have been carried out.
And what then? Continue to work with these traitors? No. We must know who betrayed us.
Alas, we do not know.
There is no blood, no wound that we can see.
Not that we were able to investigate the scene fully.
At your request, Onariel. I cannot trust either of you backstabbers nor anyone you might call to serve us. Were those not your words?
They were, indeed, and the sentiment holds.
Regardless, it is unknown even what could harm the king. For it is said that no mortal weapon can kill him.
And many have tried.
The king has ruled over the Fae as long as anyone can recall. He has always been a guiding force, both in our world and our lives.
Some believed he was too much of a guiding force.
More than some. Yet, look at us now. The king sleeps, and our world is spun into chaos.
Indeed. It would seem his life is more entwined with our world than anyone knew.
Imagine what would have happened if he had been killed. Of course! How could we have been so blind? The genius of this foreigner who is so much more clever than all of the Fae together.
Please, Onariel. Their question is academic curiosity. The simple answer, stranger, is magic of a kind more powerful than any here have yet seen. We suspect the imposter's conspiracy went even deeper than this council alone.
Which is why we must identify which of you is the conspirator here.
It means you're not Fae, and your life is easily forfeit.
Please, Onariel. Stranger, we will discuss the conditions of your accusation if and when you choose to make one. As you will, stranger. Should you find evidence, though, bring it before us.
Great. More bad news. Shit! Whoa, it's over. All right, let's do this. That was rough. Here's a head. Holy hell.
gracing me with your presence once more? Namue's artisanship is yours to peruse. Take care as you go. The Twined Kingdoms are a danger to us all. You are strange indeed. How can I be of service? Indeed, I sensed as much. For she was a sister to me. Such was our bond. I take no pleasure in this. But you have taken bold steps toward easing the suffering of this world. I thank you. And I hope, too, that you may find what you seek. The Strange One returns. As do so many, Strange One. Ask, and I will answer. The one true king rules this kingdom with an iron fist, mollifying his subjects with promises of freedom and prosperity. And to be sure, there was prosperity for some. Those who did not offer praise and fealty, who did not share in the royal values, who were deemed unworthy in myriad ways, their prosperity was taken and given to the favored. It was freedom for some at a cost to many, and eventually there were some who sought to plot against him. And so, one tyrant was replaced with another. The one true king was inviolate, but the impostor called upon a dark magic, and thus were two kingdoms twined, and thus chaos surrounding. Before his deposition, there were those who believed it foolishness to oppose the one true king, that our very world relied upon his rule. This turned out to be true. I saw it myself at the end. In the final seconds before our kingdoms collided, the twining was not mere coincidence, nor punishment. It was an inevitable consequence. Two worlds ruined by the hubris of the one. Alas that I did not see it sooner. It is amusing that you think I owe you anything at all, Strange One. I have told you all that I wish to, just as you have told me all that you wish to reveal about yourself. In spite of everything, your resourcefulness is quite plain. The way is clear, or shall be once you step foot upon it. Bring the heart of one of her victims to her nest. It is your only hope, lest your heart become key for the next fool she... Certainly, Strange One. It is as you say. Steady on, Strange One. I am certain you will find your Clementine friend.
here to waste more of our time.
Fare thee well, stranger. And do tell us if you find anything interesting.
Okay, this is it. Yeah. Well, at least that's over. Whoa. Glad that's over. Come on! Whoa, that's it. Okay, this is it.
Okay. Okay. This isn't looking good. Okay. That's it. For now. Glad that's over. Here we go. Whoa. That's it? Here they come.
isn't looking good. Whew. Glad that's over.
Gotta find a weapon. Pain. So much pain.
Unforgotten town.
There, out there, watching.
Nope. Can't sleep. That's what it wants you to do.
And what was I supposed to do, eh?
Outsiders! Kill them all!
Okay. This isn't looking good. Well, at least that's over. Oh, it's over.
Dr. Morrow!
Look alive! Intruder!
This is it.
Nightweaver, probably.
Holy hell.
I miss her. She brought me candy. She died.
Glad that's over.
They did nothing. Nothing.
Okay, this is it.
No! Stay awake.
Yeah!
Ugh.
Something. I saw. What was it?
Can't go back. Can't go home. Stay away.
Damn, is it over?
Get the outsider!
Great. More bad news. Damn. Is it over?
Welcome back, sunshine. See you around, traveler.
How goes it, friend? Be safe out there.